Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Welcome back, Star Family. This pick a card reading is going to look into who is it that wants to communicate with you. Could be anybody. So we'll take a look into who is it that wants to reach out, who is it that wants to hear from you. So if you haven't had a chance as of yet to meditate on the cards that you see in front of you, please go ahead and go to the very beginning of the video. There is a picture clip as well as a video clip there where you can pause where necessary, take as much time as you need in order to choose a stack. And if during that time you feel led to pick more than one stack, please listen to your intuition. That is always encouraged here. So pick more than one stack if you feel it necessary. Keep in mind that these readings are general, so I don't expect them to connect with everybody watching. So many of you come from different walks of life and have different journeys. I can't possibly expect to resonate with everybody, but I would say if this particular pick a card does not resonate or connect for you, please consider checking out my pick a card playlist, because I have so many there that you could peruse, and there may indeed be another message there for you instead. And if I'm not the reader for you, that's okay too, because YouTube is full of so many other readers. I'm pretty sure someone out there in YouTube world has the reading and the messages that you're looking for at this time. Readings are timeless, so whether you want to watch it now at the upload time or a couple months to a couple years or weeks down the road, doesn't really matter. Whenever it's placed into your awareness, there usually is a message there for you. So just keep that in mind as well. If you feel that nudge, you know, there's probably a reason you're feeling led to watch. And when we're talking about love readings especially, roles can be reversed, flip-flopped, interchangeable, vice versa. There might be some things that would connect more about you and then other things that would describe more about your person. So just keep that in mind when you're watching. And if something doesn't fit, don't make it fit as well. Again, it's a general reading. Okay, so with all of that being said, I'm going to move these out of the way. We're going to get directly into each one, and this is a live shuffle, so I'm going to be shuffling the cards on the spot for you. Okay, so again, this reading is tapping into who is it that is looking to communicate. Number one, people, you chose this Ace of Hearts, Ace of Cups. I'm just going to put that there as a physical representation of the pile that you have chosen. Again, I'm going to shuffle on the spot for this reading. So we want to know, who is it that's looking to communicate with you, stack number one viewers? Let's take a look. Who is looking to communicate with you? Maybe somebody you haven't heard from in a while or seen in a while. Let's see. Whoa, okay. So we just need one more. Who is looking to communicate or reach out? Let's see. One more card. Okay, one more. Okay, so we have, hold on, two more. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh boy. Okay. So that's Seven of Swords. Ooh, I don't know. Seven of Swords? Okay, either way, it could be somebody who did you wrong before in the past. Or somebody who tiptoes around you, walks on eggshells when they're around you. Doesn't really voice how they feel when they should. Because that's what this energy is all about. So it's somebody who, like, it almost feels like they've been avoiding you, because this energy with that Four of Swords is definitely an energy where it goes into hiding. It doesn't really talk. It's a non-action card. It's a silent card. So it's somebody at the moment who you have not been in communication with, probably for these reasons. Okay, maybe they ghosted you. Maybe they avoided you in some way. Maybe they did something here that maybe you felt you couldn't trust. Maybe you put them on, I'm getting the vibe of maybe you block them. Maybe you put a healthy boundary between you and them. Could be an Aries over here with the Emperor energy, but it's definitely somebody that you're not in contact with right now, especially because of this Four of Swords on silent mode. It feels like it's somebody you're avoiding, or somebody who has avoided you in the past, or did something not trustworthy, therefore causing you to avoid them or remove yourself from them with that Four of Swords. But the Emperor is an energy of like a stubborn energy, also an energy that's kind of stoic. It doesn't let their walls down. In a sense, they don't allow vulnerability. So it's somebody who's afraid to be vulnerable or let their vulnerability show. Emperor is also about strategy. So it's like, I'm not going to communicate. I'm not going to reach out. It's like, it's this feeling of, I want to, because of this Ace of Wands, I want to reach out. I want to initiate the spark. I kind of want to extend myself here with the wand. But with the strategy energy of the Emperor, I have to wait for the right moment because I can't just throw myself out there. So the Four of Swords does talk about quiet contemplation. So your person has been contemplating this. Maybe how to do it in a very sneaky way. Because the Seven of Swords can talk about by any means necessary. So with these two energies, the Seven of Swords and the Emperor, I can't help but think of them concocting some form or strategy to get to you or to communicate to you in a way that would be undetected, maybe sneakily. I could also see this as somebody sneaking or perusing your social media, maybe following you under the guise of another name or something else. So it's kind of like sneakily finding a way to initiate this again. Initiate this Ace of Wands moment or passion that they feel. This does not want to stay. It is an ace. So it talks about new beginnings, and it talks about a spark being ignited or the passion being ignited. So it kind of feels like you haven't spoken to this person in a while. They have strategized or thought about how to get around something back to you in order to spark up a conversation, I feel. But they haven't found the right moment to make that move, even though I think with that Four of Swords, they have thought about it. It's like devising a plan over here as well. Strategy. And it does feel with this Seven of Swords, it's like they're going to do it in a roundabout way. In a way that you wouldn't really see them coming. That's what that feels like. It's like, I'm going to think about this, strategize about this, and when I make my move, I'm going to do it in a way that you're not going to see me coming. And then boom, there goes the communication. So it does feel like somebody you're currently separated from. Someone who is afraid to let their vulnerability show. Someone who maybe is a little stubborn and perhaps doesn't want to make the first move. So they also have thought about another way to go about it in a way that's not so obvious with that Seven of Swords. Like I said, if they reach out, it's going to be in a way that you least expect. If they're going to, it kind of feels like they're going to make it seem like they're going to make it seem like it was an accident, but it's really not. Like a mistake, or, oh, I butt dialed you by accident. Like something like that. Oh, I didn't mean to send you that message, or that was an accident, or I dialed you by accident, or you know what I mean? Something like that. Like it's a sneaky little plan as far as the way they want to initiate this with that Ace of Wands. But it kind of feels like with the fire sign energy here, both of them, it does feel like the passion is still there. They still have a spark for you. But I don't know if this energy can be trusted. It could be why you're not on speaking terms right now. And if it's not that, if there's not a history of that, then it definitely does feel like they're going to devise a sneaky plan and make it seem like it's serendipitous when it's really not. But it's because they've been thinking about this for a long time, strategizing about it for a long time, and then looking for the right moment to strike and then initiate that contact. So let's see if we can get some cards here to give us a little bit more information on this. I just want a trio of 3. Okay, so desire, misfortune, malady, and judge. So yeah, I mean, desire talks about thinking about you, right? So this person is definitely thinking about you. You're at a distance from them. This is somebody who's thinking about you, but you're out of their reach. We have the photograph, so your person could be looking at your photo, thinking about you at a distance, wishing upon you, desiring you, but you're not anywhere around. There was something that happened, something unexpected. Again, the idea of if they reach out, they're contemplating it, I feel, at the moment. Like currently it feels like somebody's contemplating it. Contemplating reaching out, maybe afraid of something going wrong if they do, though, right? But at the same time, this is talking about an obstacle or a sudden unexpected turn of events that turns sour. Maybe they're afraid of that as well. Maybe that's why they haven't worked up the courage quite yet to do it. But it does feel like something went wrong. We do have the malady energy. I don't know if somebody was physically ill or not well, but something wasn't well in the situation, or they're afraid of something going wrong if they do reach out. And then the judge. So the judge is all about discernment and looking at something from every angle in order to, again, strategize, in order to kind of discern what's the best thing to do or best way to go about something. The Libra energy is in the background. I don't know if you can see that. So somebody could be a Libra, but this is all about balance and, you know, doing what's right and that kind of thing. So I have a feeling that your person is just looking for the right strategy because they're afraid of something going wrong. You may be unapproachable to them. Like they might see you as being unapproachable. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this stack, number 1. But I think they are thinking about how to proceed. Like they want this new beginning, they want this spark, but it kind of feels like almost feels like a lost cause, or they see it as a lost cause, this person, because the chances are slim. It kind of feels like the chances are really slim. They have to work up the courage and the confidence over here to do this. Because of probably like the nerve. That's what I'm getting from this, like the nerve. This person has a lot of nerve if they think they're going to come back around. Especially if they hurt you over here with that 7, if there was something that they did wrong. It's like they have to work up the nerve. So this is somebody I think that definitely you're in no communication with this energy as well. It just feels like something went wrong in the past and it's like, ugh, how do I even try to come back from that? But at the same time, I want to because I still feel this passion. And I just got to look for the right way to go about it. All right, so let's even get one playing card here. All right, so there goes the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I don't know, that could be you, that could be them. But again, the mental energy involved in this. And it could be that maybe you're the Queen of Swords and they see that, having that wall up, having that guard up as well, not wanting to let them, right? It's almost like the Queen of Swords to me, she can see through people because she has a sword of truth in her, you know, in her hands. So you're going to be able to see through the facade here. We do have a mask. So I feel like you're going to be able to see through the mask that they put on. And it's not going to be an easy way. It's not going to be easy for them to come at you. So you're going to give them a hard time, I think. And I think they're prepared for that. And they know it. That's probably why they just strategize. Desire you with these 2 cards, Ace of Wands and Desire. They desire you at a distance. But at the same time, it's like, I also feel that maybe you might be the Emperor and you might have your wall up. You're not going to allow yourself to be vulnerable to them. Probably because if there was some hurt involved with these 2 energies or something went awfully wrong, you're probably not going to want to allow yourself to be vulnerable. Okay. So yeah, I could see definitely the Queen of Swords, you know, having that backbone of steel, not really letting anything slip and slide past her. She could see through people. She's very discerning as well. And sees the truth. And if this person comes back, you're probably going to demand the truth as well. So that's also something that they have to think about. It's like, are they prepared to tell the truth and nothing but the truth? When you stand in front of a judge, you know what I mean? You got to speak your piece. You're going to have to. You can't get away. You can't, you swear an oath. You can't lie. So they know they're not going to be able to lie over here with the Seven of Swords, and they're going to have to give it to you straight. So they might not be ready for it. So stack number 1, viewers, this is your reading. If you feel that this has connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, click that bell for notification as well to support this channel so you never miss a video. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading whenever you feel guided to. So much love and blessings to you, stack number 1. I'm going to keep this moving. I'm going to get on to stack number 2. Stack number 2, or card choice number 2, you chose the Ace of Wands. I'm going to put that here. That's just going to be for reference to represent the reading that you chose. I'm not going to incorporate that one into the reading. I'm going to live shuffle everything for you. So what we're looking at is who wants to communicate with you, who wants to reach out. Okay, let's see. The Nine of Swords already. All right, so who wants to communicate with you? Who wants to reach out? Looking for 3 cards. See if we can get 2 more. Two more. Stack number 2, viewers. Who wants to communicate? Who wants to reach out to you? Okay. Okay. All right. 4 Pentacles. Wow. Hold on. Hangman. Wow. Okay. So this is feeling like somebody who cannot let you go, somebody who cannot get you out of their head. They are stuck with these 2 energies especially. They are stuck. The Hangman is in a position that's feeling very uncomfortable. And they're waiting for you to reach out, it feels like. It kind of feels like a, what is that? A stalemate or a checkmate? I don't know. I don't play chess. I understand it. When I was a kid, I used to. I don't, there's no way that if I tried to play now, I would ever remember the rules. But it kind of feels like, it does feel like there is this tug of war a little bit. Like, you're not going to be the first to reach out. They're not going to be the first to reach out. So you're kind of like we're at a place where nobody's reaching out. The Hangman is like waiting for something. You put yourself on hold for someone. So I kind of feel like they're waiting for you to reach out to them. But they're also stubborn and don't want to make that move. They won't yield, okay? Because the miser energy of the 4 Pentacles does not yield his coin to anybody. He doesn't share. He keeps a lot to himself, actually. And he covers the heart space, the heart chakra with that coin. So this is somebody who's a mess over you, but at the same time does not want to make that first move. Stubborn, stuck. They won't do it. It feels like a little bit of a torture. Like they're tied up in knots with the Hangman and this 9 of Swords. They're tied up in knots, but they also won't relinquish their control in order to reach out to you first. So this feels like somebody you're in a stalemate with. They want to communicate badly. I think they have dreams about you with that 9 of Swords. There's probably guilt. I'm hearing guilt from this. This is strange, but yeah, I'm hearing guilt from this. They feel guilty about something, and but at the same time, it's like their pride, right, gets in the way or whatever. They won't do it. They won't relinquish their control. But it kind of feels like in the process of not hearing from you or talking to you, they're trying to gain perspective. I think they feel guilty over here because sometimes the Hangman talks about seeing things from someone else's perspective. I think they have tried to do that, or they're trying to do that, and gain enlightenment on maybe something. But at the same time, they won't relinquish control. Like, even if they do see it from your perspective now, They still won't relinquish control. Let's see if we can get 3 of these cards for a little bit more information. Yeah, I think they're losing sleep over this because they haven't heard from you in a while and you're not budging, right? You're not budging. That's what this feels like. It's like, nobody's moving. Nobody's making a move at all. That Four of Pentacles is stable. It's not budging. Nope. So, like I said, somebody's losing sleep over it, tangled up in knots over it, waiting around for you to make the first move towards them, but it's not happening. I don't think so. They might see things from your perspective now, perhaps maybe as time has gone by, maybe since you haven't heard from them. They do feel a little bit guilty about something because they're not feeling good about themselves when they go to sleep at night. So this is somebody you have beef with, or somebody that maybe you had I'm feeling like the idea of like a falling out with them. There's a little bit of anxiety attached to this connection in some way. They could be infiltrating dreams. So they could be infiltrating your dreams. You could be infiltrating their dreams. And it's like they can't get you out of their head. They wake up thinking about you, go to bed thinking about you. And they feel this entanglement. Maybe an energetic entanglement. So they got it bad. Like that Usher song. You got it bad. So let's see if we can get 3 cards here. All right. Sweetheart. Okay. Marriage. Wow. Wow. Woo. That's wow. All right. Wow. Okay, how many times am I going to say that? But it just feels heavy. Like heavy. All right, so right here's the sweetheart energy. So this is the divine feminine in this little gypsy deck, okay? Divine feminine energy. So whoever the divine feminine is, that's who this person in the Nine of Swords is thinking about. Okay? This person is losing sleep over the divine feminine. Losing sleep over communication because she's holding a letter. Here's Cupid striking. So somebody that they have their heart on the divine feminine, and they have lost some sleep over the divine feminine. Okay. And it could be that, I mean, here we have the 11-11 energy. So this could be a twin flame, soulmate connection, strong bond. Okay, it could be a marriage energy, so somebody could be married, and maybe that's why the person won't budge or make a move, because somebody's married, or maybe you won't budge and make a move. Again, somebody's married, somebody already maybe perhaps is in a connection, that's why the other person won't budge or make a move, whoever it is. If you're both at a stalemate, that's probably why, because somebody's in a commitment, somebody's in marriage. If that's not the case, then this is talking about how they hold on tight to the idea of the connection because it is that strong of a bond here with the marriage card. Okay? It is a little bit also with this energy. Yes, it's that tight of a bond. But at the same time, there's a control issue here. So it's push and pull. Right? It's a little bit of that dynamic mirroring. You guys are probably mirroring each other. That's why there's a stalemate as well. It's all that push and pull. And there's a lot of control issues. So neither of you is willing to relinquish control, I feel. Even though there's this little bit of bond, there's this bond, somebody has to relinquish a little bit of control in order to hear from the other person. And I don't think anybody's willing to let their guard down with that. With that Four of Pentacles. And then this hangman energy, again, it's like waiting around. So honestly, I'm just going to put it this way. I understand that this dynamic, as far as, you know, it's not going to apply to everybody, but that's a masculine energy in the card. This is a feminine. So it kind of feels like the divine masculine is waiting for the divine feminine to reach out and make a move with this officer. And this hangman again, it's that feeling of being tied up in knots. So this officer is an energy of instability. Again, that Nine of Swords is also talking about like mentally, not being mentally stable in a way. They're losing their ish over the divine feminine. This masculine feels like they're losing their ish. And you know what? I'll just put it this way, because male and female has nothing to do with divine feminine, divine masculine, even though it's in there, because I could be representing as a divine masculine and I'm a woman. Okay? My energy is representing as the masculine. My significant other could be representing as the divine feminine. Okay? These are spiritual concepts. So whether you're man or woman, doesn't matter. Whoever the divine feminine is, whoever the divine masculine is, man or woman, doesn't matter. Okay? Because when it's a twin flame dynamic, any one of you could take on those energies. Granted, we have both of them within ourselves as well as an individual. I have both feminine and masculine. My significant other would have feminine and masculine. Okay. But in a twin flame dynamic, one of them usually takes on one role, and that's what brings you together as a whole, because the two of you are pretty much two sides of the same coin. So I can't help but think of this officer being the masculine, and that's who's waiting around for the divine feminine to reach out. But the divine masculine definitely is with this energy in the officer, is very unstable, a little unpredictable. And it can come off as a little bit of unreliable energy. So they're feeling out of sorts. You know, they're feeling out of sorts with this. And with the officer, it talks about somebody being long distance, because officers or soldiers, they do go away, they're deployed, they're far away. So it can talk about geographical distance. And I have a feeling that you and your person, perhaps with this energy, could be geographically separated by a country or state or whatever it is. Circumstance, right? Keeping you apart. It does kind of feel like with the Hangman and this card together, I don't know what to do. So I'm going to leave it up to my person to make that move, because I'm not budging over here. Or I can't budge because there's a marriage in the middle of it. Oh, possibly for some of you. Maybe a karmic marriage if it's a twin flame situation. I don't know. Fascinating, I will say. Alright, let's see if we can get one playing card for a little bit more detail or information in regards to who wants to reach out, who wants to communicate. Whoa, what the heck? Alright, so we have a Queen of Wands. What's crazy is stack number 1 had a Queen of Swords. Interesting. Anyway, this is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. Maybe that's you or your person. But this is representing passion. Okay, so there's a strong connection there, a strong chemistry, I feel, coming from this Queen of Wands. This energy is also very, much a go-get-em energy, very passionate, charismatic. So at the same time, it's like this energy, if anybody would make a move, normally would, but I'm not feeling anybody budging. Passion, desire, the spark is there, chemistry is there with the Queen of Wands. But at the same time, it's like, despite the fact that there's chemistry, despite the fact that there might be a magnetic bond here, an energetic, really strong connection, despite the fact that somebody would love to jump, no one's doing it. So stack number 2, I definitely feel that the person who wants to communicate to you, it kind of feels like it's somebody you have a really tight bond and connection with. Somebody that you have an energetic attraction, magnetic connection with. Could be divine feminine, could be the divine your divine masculine, okay? This isn't the lover card, but it is a masculine, so I'm acknowledging as such because she read to me this way. So definitely, I don't know. I'm looking at this like, here's the letter, here's the communication. Here's Cupid sending the letter, watching her read it. It's like they're stressing out over like hearing from you or not hearing from you, but nobody's budging. So stack number 2, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. I do love hearing from everybody. And if you want to support this channel, please like, share, subscribe, and click that bell for notification as well so you don't miss a video, because I upload pretty often. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box down below. All you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading whenever you feel led to, okay? So I'll leave you here, stack number 2. Much love to you. Be safe wherever you are. Keep shining, and I'll see you soon. Stack number 3, or card number 3. You chose the Ace of Pentacles. I'm just going to put that here. That's just going to be for reference to represent the card that you chose, because I'm going to live shuffle for you. What we're looking at today is who is it that wants to reach out, who wants to communicate with you. Let's take a look. 3 cards for stack number 3 viewers. Who wants to communicate with you? Who wants to reach out? Whoa. Okay, hold on a second. 3 cards. All right. All right, so we have the Tower, we have the 8 of Swords, and look at that, the 6 of Cups. So you know how I feel about the 6 of Cups. If you've been with my channel long enough, you know how I feel about that. I don't wish that card on anybody because it's an entanglement of the soul. You can't forget your person. And it kind of keeps you always wishing for them, wanting them. 6 of Cups could be a childhood friend also, so I'll throw that out there. A childhood sweetheart, somebody that is from your past, an ex possibly, somebody who you've known for a really long time and you have some history with, but at the same time it's a soul connection. There's an affinity there. It could be somebody you haven't heard from in a while, somebody who is nostalgic for you but has never been able to really get you off their head or out of their head, right? The 8 of Swords just talk about the thoughts and kind of being stuck in a loop, and it's like repetitive thinking. Also feeling some limitation in regards to the connection with you. So it could be somebody who feels blocked from you because look at the swords surrounding this person tied up, right? So there's a lot of different ways that I can look at this trio. It does feel like somebody from the past with the 6 of Cups. Could be an ex, somebody you used to know, somebody from your distant childhood past, childhood sweetheart, like I said. But it kind of feels like somebody who is blocked off from you, or maybe you blocked them off from you in some way. Because I could see this as, you know, this as a barricade in some way with that 8 of Swords. And there's also some form of limitation in regards to this connection where perhaps with that 8 of Swords, they feel they can't reach out to you. Even though this energy definitely wants to extend that cup of love, right? Because there's such a sweet, like, innocent connection here. It kind of feels like an organic one. You know, kids, when they, you know, develop friendships, it just happens so, like, beautifully and just natural. It's like, you know, there's so much purity in that connection. So it kind of feels like this was a connection that maybe it started out so sweet, so beautifully, so organic. And it's like you left an impression on this person, impression on their heart. I definitely think that this is somebody you formed a connection with, maybe a strong attachment with. Somebody from your past, somebody used to think that you think about often, but they also think about you with this card. It's mutual, okay? It's a mutual thing. The Tower, though, adds another layer to this because the Tower energy does talk about something happening unexpectedly. And like their whole world came crumbling down, maybe when they learned something about you or about the connection. Something shook them up. This is somebody who had a rude awakening in regards to themselves or the connection with you. But this rude awakening or this sudden understanding or epiphany, because sometimes the Tower can talk about that, also created some form of limitation to where it kind of feels like now they're just on the outside looking in when it comes to you. That Tower also talks about being love struck. So I could definitely see this as somebody who is secretly in love with you. You would never know it though. Maybe they're a friend and you just don't know that they feel more than that. This is love at first sight, or just feeling that rush of energetic spark with your person, but then feeling some form of limitation. Like, it's like all I can do is think about it, feel it, but I can't act upon it. I'm stuck. It's more a mental limitation than anything, but it does kind of feel like love struck, but not feeling like they can actually do anything about what they feel. Again, the scenario of you may not even know that this person has feelings for you. I honestly feel stack number 3, this is a scenario where either somebody you don't even know has the depth of feelings for you that they do, or this is someone that you used to be with who can't get you out of their head. They replay the events of what occurred in the recent past with you. They replay it over and over in their mind, and they can't break the cycle of what went wrong. Like, what the heck happened? Like, here's the Tower energy where it all came crashing down, and then not being able to kind of forget what happened, replaying events in their head over and over and over again with these 2 cards to try to figure it out. They can't let it go. That's what this feels like. They can't let you go. They can't let it go. They don't know how to move past what happened. And it does kind of feel like with the 8 of Swords, like somebody's blocked as well. This could be somebody that you blocked. Again, both scenarios still apply to the idea that you may not realize how much this person cares for you. If it's an ex, right? Or maybe somebody that you don't even realize has feelings for you. Either way, you don't realize that this person has such depth of feelings for you with that 6 of Cups. They've been, it kind of feels like they might have, this is somebody who's had an awakening or some kind of revelation as a result of knowing you, meeting you, sharing a moment with you. Because the Tower can sometimes talk about an awakening. I feel like your person or this person has actually been shook up. They've had some kind of sudden revelation that has kind of took them by surprise. Sometimes the Tower can be, like if it's an ex, it can talk about a breakup, a sudden breakup, sudden piece of information that came through to kind of show something or revealed something, and it brought the whole world crashing down around them. Something was discovered. So let's see if we can get some more information on this with the little gypsy deck here. One moment. 3 cards. Okay. Yeah. What's crazy is, hold on, he's giving her the cup, and then we have the gift. So I really do see this relationship as something that was definitely, like I said earlier, reciprocal. It's mutual. The gift energy does talk about equal energy exchange. Now, the money does talk about something of value. Also, we have the scales, so I can't help but think of Libra energy whenever I see them. Money does talk about something tangible, something real, something solid, something of value. And it kind of feels like, it really does feel like if this is an ex, it's almost like they finally understand the value, or the value that you had in their life. Maybe a little too late. But they understand your worth, or the value of the situation. Even though the Eight of Swords is there, and it's like a limitation of some sort, they're hoping for relief and a positive outcome to this situation. So it could be somebody that you had a falling out with. Maybe they didn't understand your worth, or didn't realize your worth until it was too late. And again, they've had to sit with that, think about it. But it kind of feels like with this, they do feel stuck. There's some form of limitation there in regards to you and the connection. But they have hope for maybe a way out, or a way to you. Because the feeling is there. They can't forget about you. This is an energy of memory with the Six of Cups, nostalgia, an energetic affinity for somebody as a soulmate, and then seeing that gift is kind of like seeing the blessing of you, or the gift of you, now that time has gone by with that Six of Cups. Definitely seeing the blessing there after time has gone by. Definitely, money could be literal too. Something could have happened with money. They could have experienced something with money that kind of shook things up for them. But either way, this definitely does feel of like seeing someone's value, having a sudden understanding of that, yet feeling like they can't reach out with that Eight of Swords, but they're hoping for the best. Either way, they're trying to rely on faith and hope that something will, it almost feels like something will come through, or a way will be made, like a path would be made, so they can kind of make their way back. Because that Six of Cups can sometimes talk about the ex coming back. They might want to, this person, if they're considering, if this is somebody you know from the past, an ex, or if it's somebody that you don't even know that has a crush on you, right? That they have feelings for you. It kind of feels like with this energy over here, either way, it's all about like the gesture, right? Because a gift is a gesture, a token of love and appreciation, right? This does feel like they might want to present a token of love or appreciation. So this is definitely somebody who wants to reach out, because that little boy is reaching out to this other child, or this child is reaching out to that child, and kind of like giving a gesture of love. Okay, let me see if I can get a playing card here. So let's see. For some of you, like I said, it could be an ex, or somebody that you knew from the past, a soulmate of some kind. Maybe there was a rocky foundation in that connection. It created some limitations in it. But nonetheless, this person does want to reach out with this energy here. It could be also for some of you, a person wants to communicate with you. They want to reach out, but you may not even know that they have these feelings, and they feel like kind of stuck, not sure how to approach you with their feelings. Could be a friend. Whoa, what was that? Okay, wow. King of Swords. So we have that little scale with the Libra I mentioned earlier. King of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be an air sign somewhere in their chart. So a King of Swords energy wants to reach out, wants to communicate. They do want to extend a gesture. They also have you in their thoughts and in their memories all the time. Like, they think about you a lot. I feel like it's on repeat. For some of you, this is somebody you don't even realize has this kind of love-struck energy towards you. They could be very reserved with that King of Swords energy, where it's like they don't really, they're more logical than emotional, let's say. Perhaps with that energy, they don't know how to express emotion so much. That's not to say they don't feel it, but they struggle maybe to express it. And maybe that's what the limitation is with that Eight of Swords. Because Eight of Swords does talk about mental limitation. Self-limiting talk sometimes. And that could be why they don't come forward or why they don't reach out or communicate. Because it would require them to touch base with their emotions in order to do it. Because if you're going to extend a gesture of love and appreciation, you're going to have to demonstrate emotion to do it. Wow. Okay, so stack number 3. This is beautiful, at the same time kind of like poignant, you know. Let me know how this connects for you in the comment section, because I do like hearing from everybody. Like, share, subscribe as well if you want to, you know, support this channel. Click that bell for notifications so you don't miss a video either, because I do upload often. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box down below. All you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you can book a reading whenever you feel led to, okay? So much love to you. Please be safe wherever you are in this crazy ass world. I just wish for your safety and your well-being. So be safe, take care, and ultimately keep shining. Pile number 4, you chose the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, Ace of Spades. I'm just going to put that there as a representation of the reading that you chose. This is going to be shuffled on the spot for you. So we're looking at today, who is it that wants to reach out? Who is it that wants to communicate with you? Let's see. Who wants to reach out? Who wants to communicate with you? Stack number 4 viewers. Let's take a look. Three cards, please. All right, there's one. All right, let's see what we got. Strength could be Leo. Whoa, could be a Gemini with the Lovers. Oh, okay, 2 swords. All right. So, there we go. All right, I'm hearing the word impasse from the 2. From the 2 of Swords. Hearing an impasse. I think it was stack number 3 that had that same vibe of like being at a stalemate with somebody. So, yeah, this is definitely somebody who is feeling restrained. There's definitely a love soulmate connection here. But there's also a debate, because these 2 cards can talk about a decision. So it does feel like they are debating the connection with the Lovers, the relationship. They're debating reaching out, possibly communicating. It's almost feeling like they're on the fence. Like they want to reach out, but they're on the fence. So we have Leo, Gemini here. Yeah, definitely somebody who There is passion here with the Strength. I will say that. So somebody who's passionate about you, maybe somebody who at one time was trying to woo you, or seduce you or win you over, like somebody who was courting you. Okay, I know it's a very old-fashioned term, but I still use it. It kind of feels like somebody who was courting you at one time, somebody who was dating you before or used to date you. And it does feel like, and I say that because of the Strength, okay? Because it can talk about seduction. It also talks about restraint. It's somebody who's holding themselves back. Because the lion energy is very wild, and you can't necessarily tame a lion. But this woman here manages to restrain the lion from his baser instincts, from his ego. So I'm kind of getting the vibe that this is somebody you used to date, or somebody who was wooing you before. But they want to reach out, but it also feels like their ego gets in the way. They hold themselves back. Or that they really want to, but they restrain themselves from doing it. So they are kind of in a sense where it's like, do I not? Should I not? I don't know what to do, so I'll just do nothing. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. But it's more or less a fight with themselves in their own mind, more than it has anything to do with you. So they're not holding themselves back because they're afraid of maybe the consequences of that, or it's not like they're afraid of rejection. Like, that's not what I'm getting. It's more or less, it's in their own head as far as why they don't reach out. Definitely a soulmate connection, though, with that Lovers. Passionate. Somebody that you had an intense attraction with. Somebody who is trying to be strong and resilient, and again, just control their need and their wants and their desires. It is feeling very restrained. So they're itching. It kind of feels like they're itching to reach out, but they just, for whatever freaking reason, just won't do it. They've thought about it. They've contemplated it. They've thought in their head about the whole thing. But instead of actually taking action and allowing themselves to be led by impulse, let's say, and just reach out one day, they pull themselves back every time. So it's like I'm holding the phone right here and I'm about to press send, but then I don't. You know, that's what this feels like. So I'm getting that image of them on the phone, like they're dialing your number, but they stop themselves every damn time. And okay, this is weird. I'm seeing somebody with I don't usually get images of people. I'm seeing somebody with like melanated skin, okay? Dark skin, beautiful skin. And curly, like a curly top. A small curly top. Like not a big top, but a small curly top. Handsome, that's for sure. Good looking. Maybe they have that kind of haircut. Masculine, definitely masculine. Okay, and it's like holding the phone and wanting to dial, but then stopping themselves every darn time. That is crazy. Yeah, and it's like they don't know what to do. So again, they don't do nothing, and it's like this idea with that Two of Swords of, I don't have an answer. So until I feel like I know what the right thing to do is, I am kind of powerless to say anything or reach out. Or there's so much uncertainty in this card. We do have the moon. I know it's not a full moon, but nonetheless, it's a moon. And we do have the water. So it's like trying to listen to your mind, trying to listen to your emotions, but then feeling like in the middle between those two things. and then sitting with it, processing it, thinking about it, and the uncertainty every time, is what wins. So it kind of feels like, I don't know if it's going to be a good idea. I don't think it's going to be a good idea. So let me just not. Better safe than sorry. So I want to see if we can get 3 cards here. And when I said curly top as far as the hair, I mean, that's going to be just for a few of you, that portion of it. I was just seeing, a really good looking guy with faded hair, right? But then have a little bit of a curly top. So that's just going to be for a few of you, because I don't get that all the time. I don't get imagery like that all the time. But I'm just saying, that's not going to be for everybody. So don't let that little piece take away from the rest of the reading for you guys who that doesn't apply to. So let's see if we can get 3 cards. Okay, that wanted to flip over but didn't. Okay. 3 cards. Okay. Widow, merriments. Oh, wow, I grabbed 2. Ha! That's awesome. And these aren't red reverse. Okay. So, wow. Okay, wait. Wait a minute here. We have the baby and the message. Holy cow. Look at that. Brand new energy. Something new with communication. So, new communication. 2 of Swords. They're debating, again, reaching out with this messenger energy of the Mercury, right? Maybe healing, because we have the healing symbol here with the caduceus. Winged messenger, it could, this message card can talk about phone calls, emails, text. Debating that new communication, debating whether they should send a new message. This is crazy. And yeah, this is definitely somebody who was happy with you with the merriment. Like, you guys were maybe a couple. Like I said, I got the idea of this was somebody who was dating you before, used to date, somebody who was wooing you, somebody who was trying to form a connection with you. But somebody that you made really happy, and somebody who you had a harmonized energy with, because this is a sheet of music and they are harmonizing, making music together. Again, the number 6 is an energy of balance and harmony. So, yeah, this definitely feels like somebody who you had a really nice connection with. And the candle went out, so I know some of you guys look for that when that happens. Bear with me 1 second. I will relight that for you. So also, when the candle, somebody has not let the flame. Oh my gosh, these matches are so dangerous. One of those sparks just flew on my shirt. My gosh. So right there, fire. Maybe the connection was fire. That's a possibility. But definitely, and what's crazy is look at the tree with the flames in the background. So sexual chemistry is also what I'm getting from that. So you did have some kind of balanced alignment with this person, energetic attraction, connection, chemistry, somebody that you felt a vibe with, somebody you felt harmonized with in some way. But they, over here, again, they have not been able to let go with that widow energy. The widower can't the widow and the widower in this deck cannot let go. They struggle to move on and kind of put the past in the past and forget and move on. They struggle with that. Again, the idea of the fortitude of the strength, and the strength itself is a card of needing to have strength and resilience and fortitude. This is the infinity symbol does talk about reincarnation. So it could be that there was a past life connection here with you and your person, especially with the Lovers card, especially in this together. But they have not been able to forget you with this widow energy, and they are restraining themselves from reaching out, it feels. This is somebody that you had an intense attraction to before, at one time. And you got along really well when you were in each other's company, it feels. And they debate reaching out with new communication, but they restrain themselves, they hold themselves back, they overthink it. They overthink it too darn much. Let's see, who wants to reach out and communicate with you? A Three of Wands. Okay, so Three of Wands. That's also somebody who possibly is in a geographical distance with you, possibly with that. Sometimes talks literally about distance. But this also talks about future forward energy. So somebody who probably sees themselves with you in the future. Number 3 itself does talk about growth, expansion, manifestation. It could be that your person is hoping to manifest a future with you or bridge the distance between you and them, because a lot of times this Three of Wands shows somebody who is looking across the ocean. This could be somebody who's trying to call you in, manifest you back in. Somebody who had initiated some investment in you or in the connection with the Lovers, especially in the merriment. So this talks about an investment and then having a return on that investment. So this is somebody, I think, that already maybe started to invest in a connection with you, and now is kind of hoping that maybe they could someday get that back, or someday that you would come back to them, or they could start something up with you and kind of have that back. I could also, real quick, I could definitely see this as even somebody, maybe somebody that you're currently dating and they're perhaps struggling with letting go of an ex, maybe. Nonetheless, you make them really happy with the Gemini Lovers here in the merriment, make them really happy. There's a beautiful chemistry between you, harmony between you. They debate the future here with that Three of Wands and that Two of Swords. It's like that back and forth. Do I want this something new? Do I not want this something new? It's like debating that back and forth. So if you're in communication now with somebody, let's say you're dating somebody new, but they're struggling to release an ex, this could talk about that. Like, you make them really happy, but they're struggling to let go of the past. They're struggling to kind of recover from the past. And they debate whether a new relationship is something that they want to get into. Okay, that's just a side note here for some of you. But that Three of Wands does talk well of the future. Okay? So I can't help but think that eventually this person who wants to reach out and communicate is going to get out of their own head over here, make a decision eventually, and get to a point where they do extend that communication. Okay? Because this talks about something you've already put out into the world, and now it's a matter of it coming back. So it could be that they send out that communication and then they wait, like going like this. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, is my person gonna send me a message back? Like they're twiddling their thumbs or biting their nails and all that stuff because they are wanting that communication returned. Okay. So it could be that they eventually work up the courage to send the communication out, and then are holding, or yeah, what did it say? Bated breath, right? Holding their breath on a hope and a prayer that you reply. Because it kind of feels like they want to start it up again. So if you were dating them in the past and it didn't work out for whatever reason, I don't think they ever quite forgot you. So it's now a matter of kind of debating how to rekindle that. Because you did have something. There was something there. How to get that back. How to rekindle that again. How to have a fresh start here with that baby. Oh boy, just real quick. This is another side note. It could be that somebody would be reaching out to tell you they're pregnant. And I'm just saying that because of the baby card with the message. Somebody could be reaching out to somebody else to say they're pregnant. Love child. Not in a bad way. But it's definitely somebody that there was an intimacy there, I think. With these two cards especially. Seduction, temptation. Yeah. So stack number 4. This is your reading. I'm going to leave this here. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. I encourage you to like, share, subscribe to support this channel if you feel inclined to. Also click that bell for notifications so you don't miss a video, because I upload often enough. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, by all means, please do check out my Etsy shop link. It's in the description box down below. Check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you can book a reading whenever you feel guided to, okay? So much love and blessings to you wherever you are. Please be safe. I know this world is freaking bananas right now. I just wish for everybody to be well, safe, healthy, happy. So wherever you are, please be safe and keep shining.